Recording in progress and class in progress, so welcome. We're going to have a slightly shorter class today. And we're focusing on a type of movement called pandicular movement. So this is where we practice and we teach the body how to contract and release so that our muscles learn to release. And this helps to take us from periods of immobility into movement. So for those of us that are sitting in our desks a lot, this is a really good practice. You think about before you get up from your desk to give yourself the particular type of stretch in this way. So I'll be focusing on that a little bit and teach you how to do that. But to begin with, we're just going to warm up and get connected a little bit. Okay, so just shaking out the hands and shaking out the arms. And shaking out the legs. And just jiggling and wriggling a little bit. Really gentle here. So just waking up the body. Allowing breath to move a bit through. Fantastic. Good. Lifting up a shoulder or two. And I found a wireless microphone that I'm buying myself for Christmas. So these videos are going to have much better sound next year, all of you as well, which will make them heaps more fun. Good. And then taking the arms above the head, I'd like you to interlace your fingers, press the palms away, breathe in, stretch up tall. And then as you exhale, really releasing here. And shaking again. I want you to think about shaking any worries and tensions that you've got from your day or your life out of your fingers. This is safe, quiet place, practice. All those worries, you can shake them out and pick them back up later. Beautiful. And then bringing one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart. Closing your eyes for a moment. If you feel comfortable to, if you prefer to keep them open, just keep your eyes lowered in a soft gaze. And begin to feel the breath through your torso. Noticing it. And maybe even stretch the breath out a little bit here, beginning to lengthen, counting to about 5 or 6 in your mind as you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, add 1 extra count. 6 or 7. And again. Out. 1 more in. Out. And taking a moment to welcome yourself and all of yourself to the practice. We have a tendency during our days to kind of shut out particular thoughts or feelings or experiences or parts of ourselves that we don't like or we don't want people to see. And in this time, in this space, in our practice, we allow a welcoming space for all the parts of ourselves to be present and to be given love and attention. And just take note of how you feel right now in this moment. Good. You're going to take the hands down. Take a breath in, hands out and up. And as we bring the palms together and exhale, setting an intention. This is what this posture is for. Bringing it into our hearts. Now we commit to practicing in this way. We commit to practicing in a way that allows all the parts of ourselves to be welcomed in. And then again, hands down, out and up as you breathe in. Bring the hands together in prayer and this time take a forward fold. Again, releasing anything that you don't want to be holding onto or carrying down into the earth. The earth is big enough to handle it. Allowing the breath to flow through. Beautiful. Bringing your fingertips out in front. Let's find some length in that spine. So walking them out like your little fingertips are hooks in the ground here. And you're pressing back through your sit bones, finding more space and expansion through the back. Breathe into the back. And then as you breathe out, gently softening down towards your legs again. Let the neck get heavy and long, and then breath here in as soft a position as you can. So we're starting to come to this practice of pandicular movement. Or a movement based on it anyway. So crawling your fingers out again, looking up to your flat back. I want you to bring in a little bit of contraction to the muscles of the back as you breathe in. Doesn't have to be like tight, 100%, but 20, 30, 40, 50% contraction. And then exhale. As you exhale, release the tension slowly. Take the whole length of the exhale. Pay attention to the feeling of that tension releasing and come all the way to your forward fold. Take a breath in here. And a breath out. We're staying in the softness. Again, drawing the fingers forward. Gently, a little bit of tension in the neck, a little bit of tension in the shoulders. Drawing, however you can, finding a way to bring some contraction to the muscles of the back. Oh, and then slowly releasing it forward. Beautiful, soften the knees and inhale to roll up to standing. And exhale to ground. Beautiful work. Inhale, hands out and up. And exhale all the way back down to forward fold. Taking your hands onto the ground and stepping back to a downward facing dog position. A little bit of a walk out here, bending one knee, pressing the other heel down, swapping it over. That's good. And then inhale to rise up onto the toes. And exhale, knees gently to the floor. Follow the belly, letting it come down gently. Breathing in to lift up through the heart and tailbone. And then exhale to round. 2 more times. Inhale, belly comes down, head and tailbone up. And exhale and round. Again, 1 more time. Inhale, belly down, head and tailbone up. And exhale to round and roll it out. Good. Setting your feet to the floor and sitting back onto the heels. Gently draw your fingertips along the floor. The back and the neck is still round. And we come all the way back. If you have to stand up on your knees, that's fine. Keep the toes tucked. And just roll up to a standing on the knees position. Good, and we're going to all come down, come off to one side and come into a cross-legged seated position. Taking your right fingertips down by the side as you breathe in, lift up. Exhale, hold here. And then I want you to feel this tension. So you're reaching up. And there's a little bit of contraction. The muscles are awake and alive. And then you exhale and gently soften to the side. Take a full breath there. Softening even more if you can. Good. And then coming up to center. Inhale. Exhale, both hands down. Breathe in to lift up your right arm. Breathe out to hold it there for a moment. Breathe in to lift it and gently contract whatever you can, just feeling a little bit of tension maybe through the side of the body or the shoulder. And then exhale to bend and soften. Take a full breath here. Great. Inhale. Bring both arms up. Exhale, hands together. Bring them down past your face, past your heart to the floor, fingertips down. And then just keep coming. Belly, ribs, chest. Bring your head towards the floor and extend your arms out, but with softness here. Take your attention and your breath into the hips and the lower back. Notice if you have any more capacity in there to just release, if the muscles and the brain have had this little experience of, oh, when I'm tight, this is what it feels like to relax. Inhale and rise up. Exhale and release. Arms down by your side. Swap the cross of the legs over. Coming to a twist. Let's start on the left side here. Lead with the belly, then the ribs and the chest and the shoulder. Right hand to left knee, left fingertips behind you. And you can practice this tension and release in this pose. So as you breathe in, and you're lifting up through the heart, you can draw the arms in towards you and squeeze a little bit, squeeze into the body very gently. And then exhale. Can you relax and release into the twist? Again, a breath in. You might feel some tightness up through the side body as you lift and contract a little. And then exhale. Can you soften all the places that you've contracted without coming out of the twist? You're still in the twist and deepening into the softness, and then a breath here. Good. Again, a gentle lift and squeeze. So for me, I feel a little bit of tension in this muscle here when I squeeze. And then if I consciously, as I'm exhaling now, release and relax it and soften it, it starts to ease. A breath here. Beautiful. Releasing to the middle. Belly leading to the right. Then ribs, then chest, then shoulders, left hand to right knee, right fingertips behind. Again, breathing up into a taller but active, contracted in the muscles position. Breathing out to hold where you are, but softening and releasing that tension into it. And again, inhale. Squeeze whatever you can, and then soften it as you exhale. One more time. Good. Release to center. Breath in, take the hands out and up. And then exhale together, down through the center line, forward fold, up. Taking the breath into those hips and that lower back. Good. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Beautiful, everyone. I hope that you're finding that capacity to stay present with everything that's happening. Bring out your left leg. Bring out your right leg. Take them a little further forward. So we don't have to go too far at all. The knees are bent up. Breathing in here. So I want you to feel a bit of contraction in the back now. Go sideways so you can see it. You support your hands on here. And we're going to go into a gentle back bend, feeling that little bit of compression in the lower back and upper back as well. So as you breathe in, pressing up through the belly and the chest and squeezing your shoulder blades, squeezing the back. And then exhale, come forward and completely, slowly let it go. Coming down into a forward fold. Good. And again, rising up. Take an in breath and squeeze into a gentle back bend. And then exhale, slowly release it. And come into a forward fold. Taking the hands back. Inhale, squeeze. So you draw the shoulder blades together. You compress in the spine, find tension. And then exhale, soften, release, and round. Beautiful. Breathing in, come up. Cross the legs, and then if you can, rolling over them onto your hands and knees. If not, just finding any way you can to get there. Bring your right leg through for a low lunge. Inhale here. And then exhale, gently squeeze the inner thighs. Let your hips come forward and down. And then we're going to practice again here. So we want to squeeze a little bit into the front and back wherever we can of that left hip as you inhale. Bring some tension there, some contraction. Just say hello to the muscles. And then exhale, release it down, forward, lengthen, open. And then breathe into that open space. Again, inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. A full breath in the released pose. Inhale and squeeze. Exhale and soften. A full breath here. Beautiful. Inhale and rise. Back up, hips towards your center line, and exhale to release. Take a moment to just track how your left hip feels versus your right hip. Notice the difference in the sensations and welcome them all. Bring your left leg through. Inhale here. Squeeze the thighs towards each other as you exhale and breathe it down. Coming forward and down. Squeeze as you inhale through the right hip flexors and glutes. And then exhale, soften and release through the out breath here. And then one breath in place. Again, squeeze as you inhale. Soften as you exhale. One more. Squeeze as you inhale. Soften as you exhale. And one more breath in place. Very nice. Bring the hips back. Exhale to release. We're going to work our way back to standing and just take note of how the body feels now. Breath in, belly down, head and tailbone up. Exhale and round. And I want you to wriggle around a little bit here. At any point today, we're really encouraging natural movement in the body. So if your body says, oh, I want to move it this way, let it happen. And then come to neutral, breath in. Breath out back to downward facing dog. Inhale and step to the front, look up, flat back. And exhale to forward fold. Staying in your forward fold, I want you to step your right toes back a little bit, about a foot behind the other one, a foot distance. Good. You're going to squeeze the standing leg in the buttock and lift the back leg, squeezing through the back of the leg as well. So just imagine tightening up all the muscles as you inhale and lift that back leg a little bit. And then exhale, soften it back down. Your front leg's going to stay active for this one. Squeeze, inhale up. And exhale to lower. Take a breath in the released position. So our focus is on this leg that we're lifting and finding release through the back of the leg and the hamstrings. Inhale, squeeze. And exhale, focus on relaxing and releasing. Then step it all the way forward. Shake it out a little bit and just feel the difference. Take an inhale, lift up to your flat back position. And then exhale, fold forward. Can you feel the difference in quality of the muscles in the back of each leg? I actually can. Sometimes I get surprised when what I teach works. I'm like, it's really true. Take the left leg back. Beautiful. Breath in. We're going to lift up, weight into this front leg. Squeeze through the back of the left leg. However you can make that happen. And then exhale, however you can make it happen to soften and come back down. Take a breath. And again, squeeze it up on the inhale. Exhale, lower. Soften. Breath in place. Lifting it up. Exhale to soften. And a breath in place. Good job. Stepping to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Feel down the backs of both legs. Much more space. Even if it's just a little bit more space, this is good. Grip with the toes, bend the knees. Inhale, roll up to stand. Exhale to ground. Inhale, hands out and up. And then exhale, hands to the heart. And then I want you again now to just shake it out for a moment and feel. Just feel through your body. We do all of this for a reason. I'm going to open the door and let some breeze into this room. It's quite hot. Woo. Oh, that's better. The draft coming through now. Beautiful job, everybody. Breath in, hands out and up. Moving nice and slow, focused on that presence in the body. Yes. And then exhale, hands down through the center line to your forward fold. Inhale, let's squeeze through the back, look up, flat back. Exhale, soften. Take a breath in place. Inhale. And then exhale, step back to downward facing dog. We're going to practice it here too. As you inhale and rise up onto the toes, can you squeeze a little bit through the body? Any way you can. And then exhale, press the heels down and soften through the backs of the legs, through the shoulders. And take a breath. Excellent. Inhale, rise up onto your toes. Exhale, knees to the floor and out to the sides, touching the toes and bringing your hips back to your heels. Letting your body come down and really softening into those hips. Good. Inhale, rise. Exhale, knees to the center, hands under your shoulders. You're on all fours now. Excellent. I'm going to take that right leg back behind you, toe tips on the floor. Good. Inhale, draw that right leg up. So you're going to be squeezing a little bit through the back of that right leg. And then exhale, point the toe and draw the knee through to the nose, softening, releasing, and then to the floor for one breath. Good, again. Take the legs back, inhale to squeeze it up. Exhale to curl it forward and do it softly. And then release down, one breath in place. Inhale to extend, and lift, and squeeze. Exhale to draw it in, soften, relax, and then set it down. One final breath. Beautiful. Again, take stock always when you do something on one side. Notice how it feels after you've done it. And the difference between that and the other side. Taking your left leg back. Breath in to squeeze it up. Breath out to draw it through. Place it on the floor and take a full relaxed breath. Good. Again, left leg back, toes on the floor, breath in to lift it, squeeze it. Exhale to bring the knee through. And place it to the floor. And relax. Take it back behind you. Inhale to lift it. Squeeze. Exhale, knee to nose round. And place it to the floor. Inhale, belly down, head and tailbone up. Exhale and round. I want you to take your hips a little bit towards the heels here as you round. Good. Inhale, rise up onto all fours. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale, step to the front, look up, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Take your hands behind you, interlace the fingers, breath in, press the the backs of the hands up towards the ceiling. Squeeze the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then exhale to soften the hands over the head. Again here, inhale, squeeze through the shoulders and the fronts of the arms, and then exhale, gently, slowly release, and take a breath. 2 more times, squeeze to inhale. Slowly paying attention to the sensation of release, exhale. A breath in place. 1 more time, squeezing. Softening. And a breath in place. Awesome, bring the hands back. Bring the fingertips in front of you. Inhale to look up, flat back. And exhale to step back, downward facing dog. Inhale to come forward to your high plank. Lead from the heels. Exhale, knees to the floor, and then reverse press up. Draw the elbows in. We're going to set the whole body down. Don't have your elbows poking out to the sides. Let them come in. Let your body down. Press the feet into the floor and lift the torso up. Lift the hands with you. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lift up a little higher. Squeeze through the back of the body. And then exhale. Relax forward. Let your head come to rest and take a breath. Inhale, peel up. Squeeze. Exhale, lower. And soften. One full breath here. Inhale to lift up and squeeze. And then exhale to release and soften. Full breath in the softness. Good. Inhale to peel up onto all fours. And exhale, come all the way back until you're lying on your back. Soles of the feet on the floor, knees bent. Good job. So hooking that left ankle over the right knee. Breath in to lift it up. Lift up the right lower leg. And then exhale to draw that knee towards you. So just going to go into the glutes a little bit here. Once in position, can you give a bit of a squeeze in the legs? Just however you can as you inhale. And then exhale and soften all of that. Take a breath. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Take a breath. Last one, squeeze on the inhale. Exhale to soften. The breath in place. Excellent. The idea of this way of moving, I haven't fully tested it out, but so far it's working well. Unhook is that you don't get that achiness from stretching that you can sometimes get. Hook the right ankle over the left. I know if I do like really hardcore yoga classes and I stretch, the next day everything's contracted and sore. This way of movement, we don't have that happen so much. Breath in, lift up the left leg now. Exhaling to draw it closer to you. And then our rounds of squeezing and releasing. Inhale to squeeze. Exhale to relax, soften, release. Breath in place. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, soften. And a breath. And one more time. Inhale and squeeze. Exhale and soften. And a breath here. Beautiful. Setting that foot back down to the floor, unhooking. Bringing both knees up to the chest. Drawing your knees towards your armpits. Good, happy baby position. Taking the feet up towards the ceiling and taking your hands around the outside of your feet or around the ankles or the backs of the thighs, wherever suits you. And we can keep practicing this way, keep playing, experimenting, exploring with what's it like to contract a little bit and then release. What does that do for me? You do your own experiments. Breath in and squeeze. Breathe out and soften. Really nice. Bring the feet together. We'll take them all the way down to the floor for Supta Baddha Konasana. So the soles of the feet will rest together. And we'll let the knees gently fall open. Bringing the hands down by the sides of the body. Letting the breath flow through the belly. Feeling the rise and fall. And here, we have so much tension in our pelvis and our digestive organs. This is a big relationship between gut health and stress. And our microbiome, our gut, our digestive area, actually has neurons in it. It's another brain. So we really want to work with meditative awareness to soften and relax through our digestive organs, through our gut, through our second brain, so that we can be more alive and healthier and less irritated in our guts and our digestion, less stressed. So let the breath massage your organs as you breathe in and out. Beautiful, everybody. Use the inhale to energize, lift the knees slowly back up. And the exhale to soften, release the right leg and the left leg. Let the feet fall open. Bring your hands down by your sides. Lengthen through the neck, close the eyes. And just feel for a moment, however that arises for you, awareness of your body in space. From the top of the head to the tips of the toes, and the tips of the fingers, and the tips of the ears. This beautiful, wondrous body and being, full of life and activity and energy. Every second of every day, hearts beating, lungs breathing, eyes seeing, nose smelling, mouth tasting. And I want you to feel a little smile arise in your heart. No overthinking, just inviting this experience. We're going to travel through the body, witnessing our body from that smiling heart. Breathing in and smiling with the eyes, grateful for all that we can see. Smiling from the heart to the nose, with gratitude for all we can smell. Smiling from the heart to the ears, grateful for all the beautiful music and sounds we can hear. From the heart to the tongue. Sending love to the tongue, and may the words we speak also be loving. Smiling to the throat, helping us to move and digest our food, swallow our food. Smile of gratitude to the heart. Circulating blood throughout our body. To the lungs. Smiling from the heart to the lungs. For all they do to keep us breathing and alive. Smiling to our stomachs. For digesting our food, providing us with nutrients to live. Smiling to our kidneys. To our digestive organs. And to our skin, holding all of us together. All of you is welcome here in this moment, in this practice, in this day. Beginning to wriggle the fingers and the toes. Let's take our hands up above the head. And again, scrunching through the back, contracting as you breathe in, and softening and releasing on the out breath. Draw the knees to the chest. Or roll to one side. Rise up to a seated position. Keep the eyes closed if you can, or close them back down once you've come to a seated posture. So we end our practice in an intentional posture with our hands in prayer as a symbol of our dedication to taking our practice out of this moment and into the rest of our lives. So if we walk out the door and pick up all those worries and stresses and problems that we shook off at the beginning, we do it a different person. We do it with the wisdom, the transformations, the practice. Bringing our hands together, resting the thumbs towards the heart. Can you reflect and think of one thing from your practice, one moment in which you felt something helpful, something of benefit to you in what you thought, felt, experienced, practiced? Making an internal smiling commitment to use that in your day, to share that with others, and to continue your practice off the mat and out into the world, bowing forward as you breathe out. Namaste.